In America, gang culture is as strong as it's ever been. Gun violence and gang rivalry is commonplace here. And there's even a pretty large chance that you may find yourself a victim of gang-related violence at some point in your life. Gangs are ultimately unavoidable in the United States. In today's video, I've compiled 6 popular gangs that are currently heavily active in the United States. If you like this kind of content, leave a like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more. Oh, and please note that I will not be including MS-13 on this list, as that's obviously one of the worst gangs you could ever be a part of. Everyone and their mom knows about MS-13, so it will not be a topic of today's video. Without further ado, here are 6 popular American gangs that dominate the country. Number 6. The Devil's Disciples. The Devil's Disciples Motorcycle Club is an outlaw motorcycle club that was founded in California in 1967. They can be spotted all over various parts of California, and they've been active for decades. They are mostly known for methamphetamine-related drug dealings. This motorcycle gang really just does not play around. When a police raid was conducted on the Devil's Disciple hideout in 2009, thousands of dangerous narcotics intended for distribution were found in the building, along with thousands of rounds of very high-power ammunition, and a bunch of things like bulletproof vests were also found in the building, alongside an alarmingly large amount of meth. Currently, the leader of the Devil's Disciples, Jeff Garvin Smith, is serving a life sentence for a variety of charges relating to the extreme usage of violence. Though just because the leader's locked up does not mean that the Devil's Disciples are calming down. If anything, they're getting bigger and they're only getting stronger. Number 5. The Bloods. The Bloods are a predominantly African-American gang that stem from Los Angeles. There are hundreds of different variations of Bloods that span all throughout the United States, though the OG Bloods are either residing in Compton or Los Angeles. If you visit a place like Denver, Colorado, it won't take long to find dozens of gang members walking around. Bloods are notable for their usage of extreme violence on their enemies. And a few Bloods moving into your rosy suburban neighborhood could spell trouble for everyone, as they're known for terrorizing neighborhoods. Go on any news website and type in Bloods. You'll see dozens of news articles of Bloods members committing heinous acts against innocent people. Number 4. The Crypt. The Crips have similar roots to the Bloods, though these two gangs have been rivaling for years over territory, money, and influence. Though the Crips are actually far more notorious than the Bloods for their usage of extreme violence. The Crips also have a far larger influence than the Bloods, and also hold far more territory. They were formed a bit before the Bloods, so they've had more time to build influence and territory. Interestingly enough, not only are Crips dangerous for communities around the world, they're dangerous to each other. The Crips are notorious for having life-or-death rivalries with their own sets. Different groups of Crips will fight amongst each other all the time. I guess when it comes to the Crips, loyalty isn't a must. Number 3. The Serenos. The Serenos are a popular subset of the Mexican Mafia that plague nearly every state in the United States. They are considered an extremely dangerous multinational gang that reigns influence over many desperate and young impressionable minds, though they have a particularly strong influence in California, Nevada, Arizona, Texas, New Mexico, and Utah. Their influence is so crazy large. It's been found that there are literally members of the Serenos in the military. Like the Crips, the Serenos have no loyalty and commonly fight amongst each other in their own sets. The only time when they try to not be violent and try to actually be understanding is if they're in a prison situation together and have to fight to survive. They are mostly spotted in parts of Southern California, as that is where they were formed. The Serenos are dangerous murderers, thieves, and rapists that deserve no mercy. Number 2. The Aryan Brotherhood of Texas. The Aryan Brotherhood of Texas is one of the most violent and popular neo-Nazi prison gangs in the United States. They have immense influence over other gangs due to their sheer size and high-profile crimes. Currently, there are an estimated 3,500 Aryan Brotherhood of Texas members in the United States. The Aryan Brotherhood of Texas is an almost exclusively prison gang. In fact, a few years ago, 89 members of the Aryan Brotherhood of Texas were arrested on serious charges, and most of them were sentenced to 25 to life. after police did a raid of one of their hideouts and found thousands of guns and millions of dollars worth of meth. If you weren't aware, the punishments for crystal meth are insane. Having just a little bit of crystal meth that you intend to sell on you, if you're caught, can ruin your entire life. So imagine just how serious a gang has to be carrying millions of dollars worth of crystal meth. Whoa. These guys should not be messed with in any way. Number 1, Rollin' 90s Crips. The East Nashville Crips, also known as the Nashville Rollin' 90s Crips, are one of the most wide-spanning and infamous gangs in the United States, save for maybe MS-13. Name something massively illegal, the Rollin' 90s Crips have done it 10 times over. Drug trafficking, murder, assault, rape, strong-arm robbery, bank robbery, they've done it all. And even more terrifying is their immense influence. The Rollin' 90s are infamous for having people you'd never expect be members of their organization. For example, in 2018, a wealthy, white college student teenager known as Cameron Terrell was found to be committing horrible acts like murder and drug dealing on behalf of the Rollin' 90s Crips, which he voluntarily joined. The gang is so popular, people are joining it voluntarily, which is usually never the case, as gangs are usually seen as a last resort option for desperate people. But in the case of the Rollin' 90s, it's a glamorized way of life. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe and stay tuned for more.